What's up, guys? It's Eternal here again with some new content. Today, what I'm going to do, of course, is going to be my team update. And we have 30 more free draws today. As you can see, when you're a new player, you have these 30 free draws every day during 1 week, So first, I'm just gonna claim this resource that I got. So we're going to start like this. I'm going to first do the 30 draws, and then I'm going to do my 50 superior draws, as you can see here. And I have exactly, so I have like some of these also fragment draw, which I'm going to do. So we're going also to do them after that, but we will take each one after another, so bear with me here. But first, of course, we'll start with our 30 draws, which you can see here we have 10 each, and then after that we only are allowed to choose like from one of this panel. So let's see if we have a good luck. So I will start my drawing right now, and yeah, when I drew, as you can see in my first draw here, I got only Kindomaru, I think his name is. I got some decent blue quality card, and as you can see after this I got this Yusuf Sogi King. I have him already, but he's going to be useful later. And after that I got this Capone Bege. Now this Capone Bege, I'm going to talk about him a little bit more later, but of course, as you can see, my luck is always shit, but hey, we cannot complain. In the end, as we know, we are still going to get all the good characters, even if we are free to play, so remember that, guys. So this was my 30 draws. So yeah, based on all the cards that I can see here in the Kindamaru pool, Kindamaru is not really that useful, I would say. And of course, as you can see here, the Soge King, I already have him. So he also, I don't really need to take his 10 card pool. Yeah, so the obvious choice is going to be here the Capone Bege, of course, and with that, Chopper is also going to be good later. I'm going to talk about that too. Yeah, so now I'm going to move forward to my normal recruit draw, and as you remember, I have like 50 draws and plus some of the fragment draws, but we are going to start with the superior draws in a moment. Yeah, of course, my luck. As you can see here, I got Buggy. Yeah, he's quite decent. Nothing really. I don't know. I have watched like other YouTuber make some tier lists, but I'm going to look into Buggy a little bit later and talk about him a little bit more. Uh, but of course, many teams, it depends on how you actually build them. There are some core cards, which is, for example, like Shanks. You have a great ability, and same thing with Gearfort Luffy. But some card they are also good only in certain kind of team. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later too. But as you can see here, my luck is always shit. But yeah, I always get some few good like blue quality cards. But when it comes to the SR or the superiors, yeah, my luck is always not in that place, you know. I got all along and gone for another Tsuru. Mm. Yeah, and here we got another Zoro. Yeah, and this was all of my draws. I didn't really get a really hype character, I would say. But yeah, we'll make some kind of team of what we got for now, of course. Now, this was actually quite a good pull, in my opinion, because Tashigi have insane damage. I will show you later when we look through her kits. But let's continue with the fragments. Yeah, Absalom, nothing really. He's just fodder. Now, and then we got Viper. I have him already. He's also just fodder. And the same thing with Smoothie. So we didn't really get, except for Tashigi, we didn't really get anything good here either. But soon I will show you a little bit about Capone Bege and Tashigi and also Bege. Because in my opinion, those cards can be actually good. It only depends on what kind of team you are building. Because what I like about this game is it is that we can be a little bit creative, and the ability actually compared to other One Piece game, they are a little bit more versatile, I would say. So this is all the card I have right now, or the character. And the buggy version is actually a little bit interesting because he's, if I'm not wrong, the only one who actually can put out clones. Yeah, right now in the game, and those clones, they are not that powerful. I would say only because they only have like 25% of each HP, but they still have like quite a lot of the attack from Buggy, you know. But what is important about these clones is they also absorb damage from the other characters. So let's say every time you put out like two more clones, it's like you have two more character in your side of the field. So when they attack you, the clones also absorb some of the damage. So for example, your like back characters don't necessarily get hit as often compared to other teams, you know. So right now we don't really have a lot of characters, but I believe later this bug is going to be a good comp if you can combine him with other characters who maybe can buff off like clones or something like that. But he is actually a great card, and he can be a great card in other comp. But unfortunately, he doesn't really fit in my team. But yeah, it is actually an interesting kit he have, I would say. So for you other people, if you want to test him or try him out, I recommend it, and let me know actually if he fits your team and how actually good he is. And I don't know, somewhere in the future I will actually try him too, and then I will let you guys know. So let's move forward to the other character, of course. And here is the big card that I got today. Tashigi. If you read into her kit here, you can see she do quite a lot of damage. and furthermore she actually ignores some of the damage too, so she is like I would say a really good assassin, uh, because she's one of the few characters who actually can do burst damage, especially if you start her up and get her level 3, as you can see her in her ultimate. Then she actually get 12% crit rate, and this one is going to be good later when I will show you the other abilities. Yeah, so you see here in her second ability here, she also keeps stacking her crit rate, because we actually know like the crit king is actually Gerford Luffy, so Gerford Luffy do a lot of crit damage, uh, but I will say after Gerford Luffy it should be Tashigi, and it also make her to be the third highest TPS compared to other character, because as we know Shanks is the one who actually decrease, like he weakens the opponent and give them minus 30% of their defense, so this is why he also like scale a little bit above, I would say, but outside of that Tashigi should be the third one to do the most damage, if not in the same tier as Mihawk, I would say. uh, but why I like her more compared to Mihawk is because of the stealth she gets. And here we moved forward to Capone Bege, and he is also interesting because of his solo damage also, because he buff himself every time he attack, as you can see there. He first of all attack for 750%, and then that 50% buff, and his normal attack is just it's just a normal attack, it's nothing special. But the interesting one is going to be soon, I will show you. Yeah, this one. Every time you get the opponent to a very low health, he become like a burst damage dealer, and this 20% damage increase, believe me, is quite a lot. So he have the potential to actually do a lot of damage, and he can be really good if you have like good supports behind him. Then he can just, when you get like the opponent in very low health, he can just rip them, like almost like instantly execute them. This is why Capone Bege can be good. So I would say, personally for Capone Bege, he will be good like in a comp where you have Marco. Without further ado, let's see you guys next time, and watch out for my next content, and I will try to build a good team around this. See you guys, bye bye.